that you were given to solve a problem on earth. You were born with a gift to solve a problem or to meet a need on earth. You have to believe that, because that's the beginning of your significance. If you believe you were only born to work and pay bills and die, that's exactly what we'll do for you. We'll bury you and forget you. But I have come to tell 6.7 billion people sent by the King of Kings and Lord of Lords that you are not a biological accident. You came to earth to do something so special, and society doesn't want you to find it. Society doesn't. Because society and your culture have already pegged holes for you to be in. The holes that they created. And they don't want you to violate their norm. And that's why all great people of influence become abnormal people. You cannot fit when you find your gift. Tiger Woods found his at 4.5 years old. I read his story. My goodness. He was saying his daddy gave him that first Christmas gift, and his father took him out on the course. And when he hit the first ball, his father says, "You got a gift." And from that day, he kept on buying him golf material. Little golf shoes, little golf balls, little golf, rods. He's just got, and he kept on refining that gift. Number 3, very critical. Your gift is your area of significance. You got to find it before you leave this conference. Every session, we're going to be working on that for you to find that gift. And I don't know how old you are. I really don't care. Abraham found his gift at 75. Your gift is not your job most of the times. And sometimes your job can smother your gift, because they tell you what to do, not what you really were born to do. And so you're a victim of the organization. You know, in Bahamas Faith Ministries, we try to give people freedom to exercise their gifts in all the departments. We tell them, look, that's what we want done. Go ahead and develop. And I push people. Sometimes they become overwhelmed by that. They don't know what to do, because they come out of situations where they didn't have to think for themselves. And I try to create a culture of freedom. Hey, you just solve that problem. And it demands for you to make demands on your potential, because I'm trying to define your gift. I'm trying to get you to identify what your strengths are. Write this one down. Number 4, discovery, development, refinement, and serving of your gift to the world is the key to your significance. I'm going to repeat it again. The discovery, then the development, the refinement, and then serving that gift to the world is the key to your significance. And when you find that gift, you got to develop it. You know, the books and the CDs we got out here are not for us to sell you products. They are filled with refinement systems. Every book that we've written is to have people have an encounter with their own gift, and to find God's will for their gift, and to identify God's will for His kingdom, for you to function in that gift, because that's your significance, and in that is your value, and that's what attracts wealth. Let me show you another thing that's very important. People are attracted to your gift, not to you personally. Write that down, please. You know, I'm going to say to you, Vicky, and all of us who are, sometimes in public all the time, people really ain't, it's not us they like, so we got to be careful. It's your gift. I remember Jesus asked a question one time. A lot of folks decided to join his organization one time, over 70, and he became very nervous. And Jesus asked him a question. Why are you following me? And before they could answer, he told them, he says, is it not because of the fish and bread I fed you yesterday? In other words, y'all guys ain't into me. Y'all into my gift. People will be attracted to your gift. Dr. Simmons is here today. He is a pediatrician. I think that's what they call you guys. Obstetrician. Sometrician. Okay. And okay. Now, I mean, people flocked him over the years by the thousands. He don't go look for them. They look for him. Why? They come in for the gift. They don't like him personally. I mean, some may get to appreciate his personality, but it's the gift they come for. And guess what? They give you money for your gift. And that's why the secret to wealth is your gift. If you're going to be an influencer First, you got to love yourself. Loving yourself will help you discover your gift. When you find your gift, you become valuable. Now you got to develop it, refine it. That means you got to change some of your company you're keeping. You got to focus specifically on a program. Start feeding yourself good material. Getting in the areas where people are in your area of gifting. Get to know people in your area of gifting. Get relationships. Take some courses. Go on some seminars in that gift. You want to develop and refine it. You got to refine it. Sometimes you got to leave your job to come to a seminar to build your gift. The future is not in any job.
That's right.
The future is in the person who's holding the job. So don't be married to a job. They'll take it from you tomorrow. And if your value comes from your job, you better never get fired. Let me repeat it again very slowly, because Bahamians don't understand this sometimes. If your value comes from your job, you better pray they never fire you. You are more important than your title. You are more important than the position they gave you. That's why they can take it anytime they want. Let your value be in who you are in God. Discover that you are valuable. They can never take your gift. They can take their job, but they can't take your gift. I'm amazed at someone like Pastor Barbara over there. I know Barbara now for about 29, 30 years. And the day I first met Barbara, she is a hospitality whiz. Didn't even have to ask her. She says, Pastor, I want to be in hospitality. She could sell spit. Over a restaurant, just sell stuff. She will make you buy. By her hospitable spirit. It's a gift. Some folks, the Chinese says, he who does not smile should not open a store. What they're saying is, you ain't got the personality, don't fool with that business. We need to appreciate the gift. The gift is what attracts our wealth. And once you find your gift, you'll always have money. I'm going to prove it to you right now. Write this down. Your gift makes you valuable. And that's the heart of singleness. Stop looking for someone to marry and discover yourself first. And focus this week on, who am I? What can I do? What is my gift? What can I bring to the world? What can I make a difference in the world with? How can I bring influence to the world? That's what we want to get in your heart this week. I got a little suggestion for you unmarried people. Write this down. Your gift attracts wealth and affluence. When you find your gift, you attract people. Perhaps a prospect. I'm telling you, if you ain't valuable, people avoid you and then use you, that's all. They use you and then avoid you. But if you have a gift, you become attractive. And this is why people who are successful in their gifts can be very careful to manage their relationships. Do you know many women, I'm sure, try to connect with Dr. Simmons in that office? I'm sure there are thousands over the years. Why? When you get a gift, people are attracted to the gift. And they figure the gift got plenty of money. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, man. And see, so I'm a smart guy, see? This is interesting. I tell you, this is an interesting story, and then I close this down. Okay. I was at the elevator in Washington, D.C., in this beautiful Hyatt hotel. And Morris Cerullo was having a meeting there. This is like 2 weeks ago. And I wasn't speaking at that meeting. I speak at all of his meetings, and I always do. But I wasn't at that meeting. I was at another conference in another place. And so I was standing at the elevator. My wife and I were there, and all these people in the conference, all of them know me because I speak at those meetings often. They all knew me. So they ran to me, and they started making all this noise, getting excited and everything. And some of them bought books for me to sign. And it wasn't my conference. I was just living in the same hotel. And this guy stood beside me, this tall guy. He said, "Oh, Dr. Munroe, you shouldn't be at this elevator." I said, "Why?" He said, "You shouldn't be here." I said, "Why?" He said, "No, you shouldn't be here. Look at all these people. They're harassing you." I said, "They're harassing me. I love these people. That's what I live for. I live for the people. I'm here to serve people." He said, No. He said, "My father and the other speakers, the VIP, they're using the VIP elevator in the back. You should go in the back, use the VIP elevator." I said, "But I am not with that conference." He said, "But I think you should still use the VIP elevator so people don't bother you, I said, "No." Then he says, "By the way, where's your security guards?" You just walk around a hotel like this. I mean, you know, people like you don't walk around. Where's your security guard? Where's your protection? And I said, my wife is my security guard. The people start clapping in the lobby. Yeah! Nobody has said that. And I was right, and I mean that. Because I don't trust no woman. I'm a gifted brother. Gifted. And when they see me with her, they don't look at me. Don't fool with me. I'm happy. I'm telling you, your gift will attract even some demons. Come on, talk to me. The Apostle Paul had a beautiful young lady, the Bible says, was following him. Beautiful lady, prophesying. I think she prophesied for some other reasons. Paul was an influential guy. And after 3 days, Paul said, you know something? I think your attitude, your motive can't be right. And Paul said, you're full of the devil. Her prophecies were right. She prophesied correctly, Paul says. But then her motive is demonic. Your gift attracts wealth and also affluence. And when you have a gift and you ain't married, you can pick and choose.
A merry heart does good, like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. Proverbs 17:22. Bones are the factories for blood, and life is in the blood. Anyone who touches your heart also touches your blood, and therefore touches your very life and existence.
You should not need someone else to make you whole, and you definitely should not enter into a marriage in which the other person needs you to make him or her whole. Nobody has time to be dealing with an empty or half-empty spouse. Solomon said, "A man who is friends must himself be friendly." Proverbs 18:24. That means if you are lonely, you should ask yourself what kind of friend you are.
Are you afraid to be alone? Some people always want other people around because they do not like themselves or because they are so empty that they have to live through others. People who have to constantly have the television or radio on or involve themselves in reading or telephone conversations when they are alone are usually quite empty people who seek to be filled with something or somebody outside of themselves.
No one notices me. Well, I'm giving you a secret now. They can't find your gift. You dressing up, spending $20,000 on a hairstyle. And the people say, she ain't got nothing to offer. I don't want to sleep with no, horse hair. I want the real thing. I want a gift. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble now, but hey, it's a singles conference 2008. We can be kind of real here. Bishop, what you say, Bishop? Yes, sir. What is your gift? It ain't your face that attract people. Matter of fact, write this down, very important. Proverbs 18, a very familiar verse 6, it says, a man's gift makes room for him where? In the world. But the second part is exciting. And it brings him before kings. Not you, the gift brings you in the presence of people. And listen, I like that. If you ain't married, you want to be brought in the presence of kings because you figure anyone in that room, you straight. Oh, you got to talk about if you keep attracting poor people, check what you show and what kind of gift you show. A poor gift, poor people. I was telling the folks on the radio this week when they interviewed me, I said, they were talking about, what I was talking about. Y'all remember the radio station this week? Flirting. Yeah, flirting. Thank you, man. Flirting. I said, okay. I said, my mother taught my sister here. My sister right here. Sheila there. I have 7 sisters. And I was a little boy. Hear my mother say, if any man asks you, don't look. And if he, don't even give him the time of day. And I couldn't figure it out for a long time. Until it made sense. Anybody and some ladies look around and say, hi, no brother, no. And now today, the brother's calling him dog. A dog. See? We've just gone there. Who are you attracting? Who is your gift bringing you before? Hoodlums? Wild women? Wayward women always coming to you? Strange men always being attracted to you? What are you showing? What's the gift, if any at all? What are you showing? Write this down. Your gift makes you more attractive than your looks. And I'm sure that Vicky will tell her story. I'm sure when before the week is out, she'll tell her story, how she met her husband. But you know, it's amazing. You know, my wife was attracted to me because of what I was involved in. The Visionaires. She came to our concerts. And, you know, she wanted to meet this person, this nice looking guy. And one time I decided I ain't sitting her no more. I decided that. Man, she wrote me one letter. That was a lovely letter. You ain't going nowhere, brother. She caught my knees. She said, you're the best thing that I ever met. You're the best man I ever met. I said, ooh, I can talk to this woman again. In other words, she saw gold leaving. Come back here. You know, who do you attract? That's an important statement. You could wear $1,000 million worth of clothing and attract nobody, except maybe your gift. Your gift will bring you in the presence of prospects. It'll bring you in the presence of prospects. So Barbara, be careful. They come into the restaurant, winking at you. Hey, you's the manager? See this lady? I like this picture. I got this picture for all of us. It's a positive woman. Strong. Affluence means that you are rich. But write this down. It means to be rich in personal confidence. To be affluent means that you are rich in personal motivation. You are rich in the sense of value. You value yourself. An affluent person is also rich in the sense of significance. They feel that they are important to life. That's what gives them the sense of affluence. An affluent person is also one with a sense of destiny. They have a feeling that they were born to change something in the world. An affluent person also has a sense of generational responsibility. I have to do something for the next generation. I can't live for myself. That gives you influence and affluence. Number 8, an affluent person also has a sense of material comfort. In other words, they know how to make do until they can do better. That's why they keep attracting more. They manage resources properly. An affluent person is always in charge of their lives. I want to pray for you tonight. I said a lot of things tonight. It took me a lot of years to prepare for this one session, because I had to learn these things myself. I am an example of everything I'm teaching here tonight. I still live on an island 7 miles wide. I live 10 minutes from the place I grew up in, the low-income area. And most of the folks I grew up with, they still there under the same tree, playing dominoes. And the only difference between me and them is I decided to pursue my gift, refine it. You still got your gift. You were born with it, and that's the good news. No one has to give it to you. So there's no excuse. God never told Adam to be seedful. Because you already had it. He said, be what? Fruitful. Bring forth what's on the inside. Here's something about a fruit tree. A mango tree will never, ever bring forth oranges.
Be wary of people prophesying, made for you, that is, so-and-so is to marry so-and-so. Usually, that is wishful thinking or someone trying to impose his thinking on you. In some cases, it is even a trap set for you by Satan.
When you find yourself attracted to someone else, you'd better find out why very quickly. It could be only sensual attraction. It could be that you feel the person fills an empty area in you. It could be that you are feeling the pressure of the world to get married. God has a special feeling for those who are satisfied and fulfilled with Him alone. A person in a state of singleness is a joy to the Lord.
Unmarried Christians should be so consumed by God and His will, and so preoccupied and committed to finding out who they are in Him, that they are not distracted by a search for another person. People who have not become truly single, who do not know who they are in Christ, or who do not have a firm identity of their own, will always reach for someone else to hold them up.
If you choose an unmarried life out of religious pressure, false spirituality, or being disappointed in love, then you are not giving God a whole and truly single person. You are cheating Him and yourself. If you know the unmarried life is not for you, then begin to ask God to prepare you for marriage. Ask Him to help you to become a whole person, not a dependent leech. I do not exist without you. I cannot get along without you. If you go away, my world will crumble. Those statements are not romantic. They reflect an addictive dependency. Instead of being addicted to a substance, you are addicted to a person.